Matt Moss, it's been a very long time since you've even raced before World Supercross this year, so to make a return there and already get the winning ways here in Paris must feel pretty amazing. I'm sure you've missed that winning feeling.
Yeah, man, it's been 6.5 years since I won a race, so mate, I knew I could do it. It's just it's been a roller coaster the last 2.5 years. Like, been fast, crashed, or it's so hard being a 9-time Australian champion and knowing you can win, but it's just always fallen short. And to consider, I nearly thought I wasn't going to come this weekend because I got an Australian championship to concentrate on back home, and I'm glad I did because the Bud guys really wanted me here. And man, it's surreal.
And considering you've been away for so long, it actually hasn't took you that long to get back to winning ways. So with a little bit more preparation and knowing what to expect next year, you should be maybe a contender for World Supercross if you're going to race it and then race it like this as well.
Well, yeah, this is technically my third ride on a team.
Yeah, exactly.
I've run my own team, but it's funded by myself back home with Baden Blanchett. So this is my third race for an actual team since I've come back. So it just shows, same thing, if I was back home, if someone gave me a shot and gave me a chance, I could win again. But, it is what it is. But, this team took me under the wing from me. I messaged them on Instagram and they said, yeah, come and ride for me. So, man, I'm pumped.
And just World Supercross, obviously it's a brand new championship. They've only done 2 rounds this year. I was in Cardiff. I actually thought it was unbelievable, despite maybe some of the American media not being fully on board with it. But just from your side, how did you find it? And do you think there's room there for it to grow? From our point of view, I think Supercross outside America and making it global is very important for the sport.
Yeah, like the American guys, they do it well. I'm not going to... Mate,
there's room for both, though. 100%,
mate. After when I went to Cardiff and listened to that crowd, and then people have never witnessed the Supercross, like Roxon and all these guys, they have to travel to America, and I heard the crowd erupt, and it gave me goosebumps. So, mate, that's why we need to do it. These fans, this Paris race, all this sort of stuff. We need it. It needs to be global. We need the fans to be global, and it for us, for a rider, if I just lived in Australia and raced just in Australia, none of these people would even heard of me. So. This is why we do it. We come here and we try and do this World Supercross. I think the World Supercross will take off. There's no doubt with the fans and where we're meant to be going. It's going to take off.
And with the way it was run, were you a fan of it? Obviously, it's pretty chaotic with 3 mains running after another. Maybe if they alternated SX2 to WSX, maybe that. But overall, I thought they'd done a really good job actually. And it was probably better run than here because there was a lot of breaks here, which isn't so great for the fans, but WSX it flew in.
Yeah, I reckon they need to do a program more like this with not the breaks, but as in with like 250, 450, 250, 450. Still do the 3 race format because it makes it exciting, but it sort of sucks with the back to back. That it's you have one bad race or and you bring a bike or something, and you've got to change things.
You don't really have enough time in between.
No. So I think this sort of format's good, but I think maybe go 250, 450, 250, 450. So, no, we'll see. They might change it, they might not, but we'll just keep going.
And are you signed up for the series next year, or just still up in the air?
No, not at this stage. No, I've got nothing next year.
I'd assume you'd love to come and do it, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I actually would love to ride a 450, but each their own. We'll see what happens. But We'll enjoy this moment for now, and mate, I'll let it sink in. And considering where I've been to now, I'm on top of the world.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about the bikes. I always associated you as a 450 rider, so I was quite surprised to see you race a 250 at the World Supercross and here. How has it been adapting to the 250 and with the Bud, and what's it been like being with this team as well?
Yeah, well, I had no choice. This was the only ride with a 250 ride, so I would have taken a 450 ride with the guys if they had it available, but it wasn't there. But mate, I'm so happy with the team. I'm so happy with Bud Racing. The guys have got me back, mate. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now, and this win would never happen. So, man, I can't thank them enough.
And you've obviously been in Australia racing and not racing for the last 6 or so years. What's it been like travelling a bit of the world? You got to see Cardiff, you've got to see Paris, and just picking up some different cultures and stuff. I'm sure you've enjoyed that. Have you got to see much of Paris and Cardiff?
Yeah, I've been here before to Paris. Like after I went to Lille, I come and stayed for a day. But no, I love travelling, and now I got a family. I wish now that I maybe made some money this weekend, I might be able to pay for them to come watch me. But no, I love travelling. I love meeting people and the culture, and different stuff. So, man, I probably got a couple more years in me, maybe. So, I'll keep trying to do it, and I always wear my heart on my sleeve and give it my all. So, I'll keep going until there's nothing left to give.
And lastly, what was the atmosphere like tonight and last night in here? I mean, I was here last year, and in comparison, it was pretty dead. This year was unbelievable. I thought it was a really, really good atmosphere.
Yeah, it was it was on par with the World Supercross or an American AMA. Like, the crowd was into it, and that last, obviously, I can't really hear too much in my race, but in the 450 race, like the last 2 laps, like the whole crowd, wherever Roxon was or Tomac, they were just like screaming because it was getting pretty close. So, man, gives me butterflies watching something like that and hearing the people and just enjoying what we do. Man, like we put our bodies on the line, and the crowd are here and supporting us and loving it. So, happy days.